What you have said is right, but at the same time, we need to always put ourselves in people's shoes. Is in this country, people just, recklessly carry their phones and record people and don't respect people's privacy.
Just mention one country that does not permit you to make a video in public record.
Some youth will come outside again to come debate on Pastor Paul Adefarasin matter because some youth support him, while some youth they against him. But man, no talk much. When I watch the video and drop your thoughts at the comment section.
What you have said is right, but at the same time, we need to always put ourselves in people's shoes. Is in this country, people just, recklessly carry their phones and record people and don't respect people's privacy. Please let me land. Now, there are some countries that have laws that before you record someone, you must take the person's permission. So why would you see somebody, now you're saying, okay, he's a pastor, I'm not a religious person, people who know me. I'm not a religious person and I'm not trying to defend anybody. But you see somebody, he doesn't want you to record him. Let it end there. Why will you record and then post it online? So he doesn't want to. That was why I believe. Listen. I believe if please, whether he's a policeman.
I mean, the guy is a policeman that wind down.
Now it doesn't matter. Now you never can even tell if there was a threat on him before. Wait, let me land. Go ahead. Now you never can tell. Let me land. You never can tell if there was a threat or there was anything that was wrong with him before. He wound down so that he can tell you that whatever threat it is, I'm just saying logically, I'm not explaining. But wait. And we must also understand. That's your perspective. That's your perspective.
Why?
That's your perspective. What if?
Go ahead.
You should let me land.
And let people talk this.
Now, that is that. What if he feels that probably, this guy is taking a record or something? Anything could have happened. So let's put ourselves in other people's shoes. Okay, before we start judging.
Thank you.
Listen, no, let's not do that in Dubai. Dubai, where
someone.
You cannot tell us the Dubai, the same Dubai. Don't tell us Dubai, please. The same Dubai we see us everywhere. How did you know Dubai drive the best cars? How did you know Dubai drive the best cars?
Hello. Whatever he was holding, I don't know. The video was not clear. But we should ask, what made him react that way? To every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Maybe he had a bad experience before that made him to react that way. As human beings, we don't know what people are going through. Yes, he's a pastor. We know. But probably he has had a bad experience in the past that made him reacted that way. So we should not just go out there and start blaming people for what we don't really know.
Okay. First of all, he broke the law. His car does not have a plate number. Who has driven on the road without plate number? Police will hold you. Is it that pastors are not answerable to the law? Now, if he held a teaser, whatever he held, the police should call him. Tell us what he held. But what I saw is something that looks like a gun, and you're not holding like a phone. You're holding like a gun. And of course, we've seen guns that you put in your shirt and you pull off. So the point of contention is, if he had drove, even if he went down and told the guy, hey, shift it, without that not been a problem. But now we saw what looked like a gun. You're not carrying a plate number. And if he feels threatened, for Christ's sake, men of God, go around with security. Get yourself security. Yeah, of which I felt he had security because I saw some hillocks behind. So the excuse that is a human, yes, he's human. And as human, I appreciate pastors that apologize. I was wrong.
Just mention one country that does not permit you to make a video in public record. Now, even in the Western society, it is only on private properties that you are not allowed. You have to seek for permission. Now, remember that this content creation in Nigeria today started because These guys saw people in Western and Eastern society doing it. That's why they brought it here. So don't give us the nobody can make videos in a public road. The pastor had the choice to drive past. He was not the only one captured in that video. Everyone driving past on that public road were captured. He was the one who decided to show himself by stopping and wind down. So don't give any excuses for that.
They made a wrong statement. In Nigeria today, let me say first of all, I don't go to House on the Rock.
Okay, go ahead, just go ahead.
I've never listened to that man preach.
Okay.
But I'm not a fan. However, in Nigeria, once he's a man of God or a pastor, we are too quick to criticize and to judge. When I saw that video, what I saw was somebody who probably was holding maybe something inside that looks black. I was trying to hold the steering.
Okay.
That's what I saw personally.
Okay.
Whatever you saw, I don't know. Now he came and said he does not own a license for a pistol. If I don't own a license for a pistol, how will I obtain one? Also I said, see, for every action or for every reaction, there's an action that has prompted that reaction. Maybe he felt threatened. That video we saw was a short clip. Maybe the guy has been following him before and he has told him.
Men of God and women of God, I understand the respect that is accorded to them, but let me take you back to 2 years ago or last year. This same Pastor Paul Adefarasin used his hand to smash the side screens of a bus because the danfo driver drove a funny way that he didn't like, so he crossed them and smashed the bus with his fists. This is a pastor that gyms. Oh no, let's this pastor walks out. He's not your regular anyhow pastor. He smashed it, injured passengers, and he drove away. You know why? Because he felt he's in a place or in a country where nothing can happen to him. I expected him to come releasing a statement about the issue, but what he did was to call the content creator aggressive. No form of apology or no form of explanation to say, oh, it's as simple as this, because the body of Christ calls us to be humble people. So it's as simple as saying, oh, I mistook the content creator as an aggressor, but my bad. I apologize if the weapon or my safety equipment I was holding came off as a threat. I apologize to the content creator, and I apologize to anybody else who feels a certain way of disappointment. Simple and short. But instead he let his ego, he let his pride, and he let his anger issues detect for him what he could say to a regular social media content creator. So I will advise Pastor Paul to go for anger management classes. Yes.
As a pastor, Christ-like, and also you should be more than meek. After all, they said go into the world and preach the gospel and win souls. You are a pastor, you are a leader of a flock. No matter what the guy is doing, even if the guy is not that popular, he's doing a video and you are in a luxury car, come close, ask him questions, and that should be an example of a good leader. But trust me, looking at that video very well, it's not a gun, it's a taser with a pepper spray actually. But he fucked up. I agree with that. Thank you.
So I think I like how Nigerians always come in defense of pastors. I like it a lot. Politicians, you assume things for politicians and then you crucify them for whatever you assume about them. You don't give them that chance to explain themselves. But because Nigeria is a very religious country, you always make defense. The pastor had an opportunity to explain what he was holding. He didn't do that. And it looks like a lot of you are gun experts. You know what a gun is and what's not a gun. A lot of you are experts. I'm coming. Now there are issues. Now he has the opportunity. He has not come to tell us what he's holding. And for me, until he comes out to say, this is what I'm holding, I'll assume whatever it is that is out there, and whatever it is that it looks like, I'll assume that. And then secondly, now we're not even looking at the fact that, yeah, he's a very high profile someone, and then he's even driving a car without a registration plate. So if supposing he's holding a gun and he harms that young guy, Nobody knows who has that car. That car cannot be traced because there's no number plate in that car. So there are a lot of things wrong in that video. And I don't know, if he was in a very serious country, the authorities would have questioned him on a lot of things, on a lot of issues. Driving a car without a registration number plate. Of course, it's a very popular thing. The high and mighty, yeah, they do that. But then the day you are appointed, you'll be called to question. But I like Nigeria. You know, we cherry pick things. We want a better country. But like I always say, we want a better country. But there's no consensus on the approach to take for that better country. We like to cherry pick. So I give it to all of you. Continue to defend what you don't know. Thank you.
Tell us that this is the first time he's seeing content creators making a video of cars, luxury cars. Even on Instagram, you see car spotters, like a lot of Lagos started like that. So he has seen many of them. But one thing that most of our men of God these days, they are so unapproachable. You can't come near them. They intimidate you. They guard themselves with so much security. See, be Christ-like. Do you understand? You are driving a Range Rover for crying out loud. You can speed off if there's any danger. I know the threats come mostly when you are in the traffic jam in that Oshodi axis where these boys break the club. But that place there's no traffic lock there. You can speed off. Why whining down to threaten the boy with a taser or a gun? To me, it's not being having a good heart. That's not nice.
Okay, thank you.